Boy, oh boy, I couldn't wait to share this with y'all. You know, there's an old timer that I always see, older white gentleman. He always got some jokes for me every time I'm at the local Starbucks and even the local Panera Bread, because they're right close to each other. And he always see me, always have something funny to say to me, but just always has great energy. And his wife is always close by. If she's not walking in, the establishment with him, she's chilling out in the car and she'll just wave and smile. But just my observation of them for the last, I would say 2 to 3 months, they just seem like a really smooth, cool, elderly couple. So yesterday I'm sitting outside of Starbucks and I see the husband and he's like, "Hey man, what's going on? I see you again, man. Hey man, I see you all the time." So we, he's shooting the shit back and forth. And then when he comes out of Starbucks, he says, "Yeah man, gotta go get the wife, man." Cause I asked him, I said, "Where's your wife?" He was like, "Oh man, she's in therapy right now. I gotta go pick her back up." And he said, "Man, she stayed to get the therapy. I came to get the coffee. I got to get my coffee." I was like, "I love it, man." I said, "Same here with me." So he says, "Man, he said, guess how long we've been married?" Right before he gets in the car. I said, "How long?" He said, 63 years. I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." And he just chuckled. He said, "Yeah," and smiled like a kid. Man, when I saw that and I saw how the brother, was feeling, and his vibration, I said, wow. This man smiled like a kid, bright. Now he walks kind of hunched over a little bit. You can tell he might have some back issues or whatever. He's a tall guy, but his spirit is just so bright. But man, when he said that to me, he lit up like a Christmas tree. And I said, if and ever, because I've been married before, I said, if and ever I ever get married again, that's the kind of smile I should have, or any other man should have, whether you married to your woman or not. That's the kind of smile you should have when somebody talks about your woman. That's the type of, smile you ladies should have when somebody brings up your husband or your significant other, whatever the, title you have on your man, your king, your number one, your everything. That's, and I said to myself, all I could say really was wow, but I said, that's it. That's why God allowed me to receive that message the way he did right then in that time, because God was saying, if it ain't like that, you don't want it. You don't want no woman that somebody, if you ask somebody or how long you think I've been married, or they ask you, how long you been married to your wife, you don't mind me asking, and you be like, 63 long years. That man, said it loud and proud with a smile. And then, but while, he was fumbling for his keys to get in his car, and then before he got in the car, he said it again. He said, 63 years, man. Yeah, man. No matter of fact, because I asked him, I said, man, tell me again, if you was married, how long? 63 years, he said. Just like this. 63 years. I really don't know what else to say, quite honestly, if I'm being brutally honest with y'all, other than what I said yesterday. May God continue to bless him and his wife to where they continue to love on each other, respect each other, cover one another, protect each other, and appreciate each other, and celebrate one another and edify one another, and continue to hold each other close. You know what I'm saying? The best they can. Because that's beautiful, man. That is absolutely, positively beautiful. It don't matter what color you are, you know what I'm saying, how old or young you are, but just to see this elderly man and his elderly wife all the time, and I never hear them arguing, I never hear them bickering, I never see her with an ice grill or looking like she's miserable or mad or upset, never. This is all facts, no cap. And these are the type of things that we need to not only be able to experience and see for ourselves, but we also need to see for ourselves. I wish that and will that upon all of y'all that, you know, put that into the universe, that you experience a oneness with your woman or your man like that. You know, that I said oneness, but it's another word I'm looking for, that unity. Because it's you know, love, yeah, but that peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? When you think about that other person, it automatically brings peace to your mind, sets you straight. So, oh man, what the hell is it inside of my mouth, man? Why y'all ain't tell me I had some yak in my mouth? What's going on, man? Y'all like, hey man, we ain't know it's a video, man. You posted the video, but nevertheless, I didn't even mean for this video to be longer than maybe a minute, but boy, oh boy, when I see the brother again, hopefully I'll see him and his wife like walking out of the car together, because sometimes his wife stays in the car, because as I said, they're very elderly. And mind you, he said, I've been with her longer. He joked, this is what I forgot to say too. Before he got in the car, he said, I've probably been with my wife longer than you've been alive. I said, I'm 49. You absolutely right. 63 years. I could say loud and proud, my aunt and uncle, they were together 50 years. My aunt and uncle, I think they met, and they met when my aunt said she was 19 when they met. So, those type of stories, they still exist. They still happen. It's still going on, where the right man meets the right woman and vice versa, and they come together on one accord, one page, and they stay on that same page until death do them part. And let me tell you something, it's so serious with those type of couples that my uncle passed away right before Thanksgiving. I think that was 2020. I think, what was that, 2015? Because he passed away right before my mother. He passed away, no, it was either November or December. But nevertheless, my aunt passed away, I believe, April of that following year. So he passed away like November, December, I think it was December 5th or something like that. January, February, March, April. Now, it could have been longer. Forgive me if I have the months off, but the fact of the matter is, they passed away right back to back, right behind each other. And my aunt, she was in great spirits, but when people, a lot of times when couples are that aligned and that much, they have that much oneness, when one passes away, the other one, it's not that they can't live without them, they don't want to live without them. And that's powerful. Because I know my aunt would have never looked at it. She would have never entertained the thought of of another man. That's the shit. Man, I love shit like that. She won't even think about it. Like, I've been with this man 50 years and he gone. What I'm talking about, I just don't want to be alone. Nah. That man done gave me enough man in 50 years to last me for the rest of my life. I don't need no sex. I don't need no, validation to be up in the club and dancing on a man's penis and none of that. No. The man that God sent in my life is no longer here. So, God, it's not that I'm saying I'm quote unquote giving up, but I want to be with him. I said till death do us part, and that's what I meant. And that's vice versa for me. You find a woman like that, man, and your woman passed away before you, and you've been with her 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It ain't that you gave up on life, but you saying, man, who would, there ain't nothing replacing that. So either I'm just gonna be by myself, or hey, God, take me and let me and her be with each other in this afterlife. Whether you call it heaven or paradise. So, 63. Ain't that something, y'all? I said, ain't that something, y'all? 63 years. That's beautiful, man. On this wonderful Wild Out Wednesday, I had to give y'all something to make you smile, something to make you feel great about yourself, something to make you, even more hopeful, even more faithful, even more certain that not only the right person is out there for you, but that when you are the right person, that without a doubt, the universe, God, will attract what you are right to you. You ain't got to chase, you ain't got to look, it'll come right to you, and y'all will have that same frequency and vibration, harmony and chemistry as that older gentleman and his wife. So the best to all of y'all, and may all of y'all experience a 63 that makes you SMIL to the E. I'm gone. One love.